Hello, and welcome back to Final Fantasy V. Alright, now go north. If I'm remembering correctly, there is something to the east or to the right. East and compass direction terminologies for later, but I'm not going to deal with that right now. Instead, head north to this little village up there. Fine. Have it your way, game. Kelb. Irish themed music, huh? Actually, hold on. So much for hospitality. Hmm. That's a fine way to welcome people. Lock up everything. Who's Kelgar? Oh, sure, this door is open. Nobody's here. The one door that is unlocked, the house is empty. Screw you people. Who said that? What were you, hanging from the rafters or something? What? Okay. You two know each other. Okay, why is that supposed to mean anything? Dream Warriors? I mean, oh, okay. So he was one. Oh. Hey, how dare you? First of all, we personally did not do that. Secondly, not by intent. Why am I explaining anything to you, jackass? Fine, have it your way. What, am I supposed to be afraid of you or something? Please. Bring it. Oh, multiple illusion. Yeah, okay. Standard video game horse shit. Yeah. Not impressed. Take that. Go away. Goodbye, loser. Put you in your place, jackass. Accuse me of being in league with the bad guys, will ya? Fucking jackass. Why? What difference does that make? Or Drogan in some versions of the game. What's with you two? Suddenly went bug-eyed there. And how do you... What? How could that... explain why he was always so obsessed with the crystals, like in the first one of the earlier cutscenes. Would explain a lot, I guess. So what? He came to Bart's world in pursuit of Exdeath. Met Bart's mother, and well, you can imagine the rest. What happens after that? But yeah, stays behind for the family he now has. And, yeah. Oh, here we go again with story cutscenes. Story cutscenes in video games. Unskippable ones at that. Should be a felony, punishable by life in prison. Have all the cutscenes you want, but make them skippable. Okay, game, stop milking it. Come on. Yes, we've already seen this earlier when Exdeath first escaped, remember? We know how this plays out already. Stop milking it, game. I'm awake, I swear. Finally, we can get on with the game. What a novel concept. Okay, this is all. I think this is all stuff for other job classes. Okay, never mind. Yeah, still the same stuff, okay. Nothing new has been introduced yet. I didn't want to buy. Oh well, friggin'. Never gonna use it, but. Alright, still the same. Get out of my way, dude. Alright. What the heck? Hold on. God dang it. Stupid. Let's see. Yeah. Well, hold on. First of all, what kind of enemies do we have around here? Actually, wait a minute. That's right. There's one sec. Oh, that's this plate. Okay, there's one segment I'm gonna want to do here. For a summon ability for the summoner job class. Yeah. Okay, come on. Alright, that should bring back up to full MP. Yeah. And H. Okay, guess I don't need. Alright, good. Now. Save my game. That's not what I wanted. Both ways. In-game and save states. Just in case. We have more of that cheaty bullcrap of enemies with way more hit points than they should have for this point in the game. Like back in the desert earlier. Oh, this guy already. Okay, let him go. Wasn't planning on seeing him yet. He's part of that scenario I was just hinting at earlier. Therefore, wasn't planning on seeing him quite yet. Till one of the later parts of the mountain. Zombie dragon. Color swap palette, whatever the technical terminology for that is, of that zombie dragon that was in that castle I pointed out a couple videos ago. The one that you were told to avoid earlier. Yeah. Really? Wait a minute. Oh, the other. That was deliberate. I wanted it to get away. Really, game? Uh. Okay, now where was it? Uh. Okay, I think this is the part where, if I'm not mistaken, this is the part where that thing I've been fighting escaped the last few times we've seen it. Where that whole scenario plays out. Yep. Oh, bullshit, game. How in the hell did we miss a target that size? Okay, come on, game. There you go. Sure. Not that I'll ever use this summon ability, but got it anyways. Yeah. I need to be down there. Okay. Is there some path I missed here? No. Okay, what am I missing here? Why don't I remember this? Brain 0. Why am I mentally drawing a blank here? Not like I haven't played this game an abundance of times already, whether it's the PS1 original in the late 90s or Game Boy Advance remake or the more recent Pixel remaster. It's not like I haven't played this game any number of several dozen times over. So why is it I can't remember what we do here? I remembered that part about the golem summons, but nothing else. Because I am a moron. How did that old... You can't outsmart me because I'm a moron. Old Bugs Bunny cartoon quote there, but no, it wasn't back that way. Okay, is there some button or something I gotta hit here? I'm telling you, this has all the makings for being another one of those moments where once you figure out what you're missing, you really do feel like an idiot. God dang it, game, not now. I don't mind random battles. If I did, I would have never got into RPG games in the first place, all the way back in '89 with the first Dragon Quest game. I don't mind random battles, but there's a time for everything, as the old saying goes. A time and a place for everything, and right now is not the time for random battles. I'm trying to figure out what I'm missing here. And drawing a blank and doing so. Got it. Some way. Is there some path? Oh. That's right. Usually I have either have that ability equipped or have enough of them mastered, so that one is automatically there. So you instantly see that trapdoor. I am a moron. Don't even try to argue. You have just been proven wrong if you even try to argue. Look at the video. The proof against your claim is right there for all to see. I am a moron. I mean, yeah, sure, you can argue in my defense that I didn't notice that. Again, I should have remembered that this is far from my first playthrough of this game. Now we can go through to the boss at the end and be done with this segment. Besides that, I don't mind making fun of myself occasionally. I mean, what? Am I supposed to be one of those people that's so high on themselves that it's never their fault? They're never wrong. Everybody else always is? Am I supposed to be one of those people? Screw that. Because I work with one of those types. Makes every time I work with that person a living hell. Having to put up with that level of arrogance. having to put up with that for an entire work shift. Every week when the new schedules go up, I'm looking at my schedule and that person's schedule, hoping there's at least a couple days where I don't have to put up with that. Hypno Crown, what do I need that for? Air Blade, big deal. Always the same 3 enemies. Well, not always, but seems like it's always either this 3 enemy combo or those 5 kitty cats. By the way, why are we killing cats? I was going to comment on that earlier, but I was either trying to remember where we rescue that golem, or trying to remember my way through the puzzle in this. Either way, I was going to comment on that earlier, but I was thinking about something else. But now that I've done both of those objectives, why are we killing cats in this game? Dragons I can see. Kitty cats? Why? Do the developers of these games have something against cats? By the way. Yeah. Again, though, like I was saying earlier, I don't mind random battles in games. If I had a problem with random battles in RPG games, I would never. Dragon Warrior 1, 1989. Yes. My first RPG would have been my last one. I hate the sometimes overabundance of them when you're just trying to get through a dungeon or whatnot, or trying to get to the next town as fast as possible, and you get a random battle every 10 steps, it seems. And I definitely hate them when you're in a dungeon trying to solve some block pushing puzzle or some, whatever kind of puzzle, and you get random battles like I've explained before in other videos. Because as you're fighting the random battle, you lose your chain of thought as to the puzzle you're trying to solve. And by the time you finally remember what you were trying to do in the puzzle, you get another random battle. Rinse and repeat. Like, come on, game. Puzzle or boss fight. Take your pick. But none of this, both of them at the same time crap. Screw you sadistic bastard developers. Have all the random battles you want, but not while I'm trying to solve this puzzle here, you asshole. One of the many things I like about the pixel remasters of the first 6 Final Fantasy games, the ability to turn random battles off entirely for a time being. Or for the entire game if you want to, but turn them off for just a few moments and then turn them back on later. Every game should have that option. So you can turn them off when you got those puzzles you're trying to solve. And then turn them back on if you want to after the... Every RPG should have that option. That and skippable cutscenes. Oh frick, that's a skippable cutscene should be required by international law in any video game, RPG or not. Just international law, punishable by revoking of gaming license for those who refuse to comply. Skippable cutscenes. Put cutscenes that you can't skip over, you lose your license to make video games for the next year. Have as many cutscenes and story dialogue as you want, but make it skippable. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. Kojima Metal Gear games, usually the cutscenes are skippable. My bad. Forgive me on that one, yeah. Kojima Metal Gear games have an abundance of cutscenes, but they're usually always skippable, so, yeah. So I can overlook that. Final Fantasy VII. I mean, I freaking love that game, don't get me wrong. Easily my favorite RPG, as I've said a bundle of times already. Easily not only my favorite RPG, but my second favorite game of all time, period. But that game, unfortunately, is a major offender in that idea of unskippable cutscenes. Time and time and time again. The Village of Calm. The live stream. Yeah. Just to name a couple of overly long, unskippable cutscenes. True classic game aside from that. Anyways. Oh, okay, fine. They're immune to fire. Only in a video game would you have plants that are immune to fire. Or frick, anything living for that matter. But okay, fine. Oh, he can just bring them back? Speaking of Final Fantasy VII, then in that case, this is like that boss we fight and... Oh god, we got confusion now too. I'll put... Alright. Oh, it's already 30 minutes. 34. Or now 35. Anyways, yeah, time to end the video. We got what we came for, so... Yeah. Janky, status element riddled, freaking janky boss battle for it, but... Yeah. Anyways, have a good day. As always, thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye.